provide 45 minutes, sir.
Break at 22.
20.
Break at 20.
Ready?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1, rolling.
Hello and welcome to yet another episode of Point Counterpoint. This is a series of debates that we are doing in the run-up to the February 14 Valentine Day election. But there is no love lost between any of the parties as they get into a very fierce election battle. The topic for today is important and it's very significant. Opposition unity, is it a myth or reality? Why is opposition unity important? Why are parties still thinking that they will be the party that will take on the principal ruling party? So right now, is it BJP versus the rest, or is it BJP versus a unified opposition? These are questions that we will like to address. My panelists and my esteemed guests from my right, Siddesh Bhagat, National Youth Vice President of the AAP and the spokesman of the party. We have Madam Pratibha Borkarji, who is the Vice President of the Mahila TMC and its spokesperson. Next to her is Sunil Kautankar, the General Secretary of the Congress, in charge of the media cell. And next to him is Giriraj Payarnekar of the BJP, in charge of media communications, IT, and so on and so forth. I'll start with Siddesh. Siddesh, this whole concept of opposition unity, does AAP believe in it, or AAP believes in the whole Akla Chalo Re principle?
See, basically, if we go to see, our ideology is completely different from other political parties. We believe in facts, we believe in the development shown in Delhi, the work we have done in Delhi. Basically, we have shown people, the country, the Ekla Chalo formula in Delhi by swapping 2 elections, 3 consecutive elections, and coming to a percentage of 53.6 at present, and leaving some parties not to open account.
What about the Goa situation?
No, see, it's basically same thing we want to come over here. We are going with a single hand because we are contesting all 40 seats. And we are not thinking of any sort of thing. We are only concentrating what are the benefits that people will be getting, and let people vote for us, basically seeing our ideology. We are not into see, there are parties who are fighting the BJP. We are here to show development. We are here for a common man. So basically, when we are going for some work, we need not think of fighting someone. But yeah, we have a target. BJP has spoiled the actual charm of Goa, and there are other parties also supporting them in spoiling the charm of Goa.
Okay, we'll come to this broad allegation that every party seems to be making, that other parties are spoiling the whole opposition thing and allowing BJP to succeed, because every party calls each other the B team of the BJP. So we'll get into that in detail. Pratibha, as far as TMC is concerned, when the TMC entered Goa in the month of September and October, in the sense that it entered all of a sudden and changed the political landscape to a large extent. But when they came, the TMC's principal motive was to be a strong party, contest across all seats, take on the BJP, and it portrayed itself as the principal opposition or challenger to the BJP. Now, 4 months down the line, why is the TMC looking for alliances and partners?
Namaskar. I would prefer to talk in Kokani.
Sure, please.
So, जशें की तुम्ही आता सांगले की आम्ही इतर जी स्थानिक पार्टीज आसा ताज्या बरोबर जावं भायली खंयची पार्टी आसा आमच्या विशयन ताज्या बरोबर तुम्ही युती करपाक कित्याक सोदता म्हणून. सो पयलींच्यान आमचो हो प्रयत्न आशिल्लो की जी खंयची पार्टी भाजपाच्या विरोधान लढपाक सोदता, भाजपान घरा धाडपाक सोदता, तांच्या बरोबर आमी युती करपाची म्हणून हो आमचो पयलींच्यान आमचो अजेंडा आशिल्लो. पयलींच्यान आमचे हे विचार आशिल्ले. गोंयकारांच्या बऱ्या खातीर, गोंयकारांच्या भल्या खातीर जे कितें करपा जाय एक पॉलिटिकल पार्टी म्हणून ते आमी करतली. सो हातून कांय दुबावच ना की भाजपाच्या अगेन्स्ट कोण कोण आसा तांच्या कडेन आमी प्रस्ताव धाडलो आसा की चला येयात आमी बरोबर वांगडा काम करात आनी भाजपा घरा धाडात.
But Pratibha ji, I get what you're saying. I'll get back to you in detail on this. But one question that we need to ask right now is that from a situation where Mamta ji came and very clearly said
Yes.
that we are contesting 40 seats.
Yeah.
Okay. and there was no question of alliance because you all felt that you all were
No,
strong
no,
enough.
no. In her first meeting,
Hmm.
let me clear you. In her first meeting only, she said की आम्ही सगळ्यांबरोबर युती करूया. कोण भाजपाच्या अगेन्स्ट लढपा तयार असा पळय त्यांच्या बरोबर आम्ही युती करूया
No,
म्हणून.
she did not say this in her first
Yeah.
meeting at all.
Yes, she
She
said
was
first
very,
meeting.
no, I know. I mean, I've been following this throughout. She did not say this in her first meeting at all. In her first meeting, she was very clear that the TMC has come here to fight all seats. Gradually, over a period of time, the goalpost shifted. The goalpost shifted to a situation where the TMC then sought an alliance with the Congress to put everybody together. So, Bhaipata, are you admitting that there was a rethinking as you went along, and once the ground realities were there was a rethinking? Are you admitting that there was a rethinking?
Yeah, I'm agree with you.
Hmm.
जशी पहिली आम्ही गोंयान आयली आणि तुम्ही जशी सांगता की ताणे सांगूक ना पहिली म्हणून जशी जशी परिस्थिती आमच्या लक्षात आयली
Hmm.
दिस इज अ न्यू पार्टी इन गोवा एज एवरीबडी नोज सो गोंयान आयल्यार ग्राउंड रियालिटी कितें आसा हे जेन्ना आमी पळयले तेन्ना आमच्या लक्षात आयले की सिंगल हँडेड तृणमूल काँग्रेस पार्टी भाजपा बरोबर लढू शकना सो आमकां जी स्थानिक पार्टी आसा तांच्या बरोबर आमकां अलायन्स करपाक
Fair enough. If there's an honest admission to it,
Yeah.
one will take it. Sunilji, now the thing is, all along, the allegation or the charge that has been made against the Congress is that after what happened in 2017, there was a great deal of skepticism as far as the Congress was concerned on two counts. Number one is that people said that yes, the anti-BJP sentiment is undoubtedly towards the Congress, with the proviso, provided that the Congress keeps its flock together and provided that the Congress does not break post-election and go away. Okay. Now the issue, and this is one thing that still lingers on and on. This is okay. Number one. Number two, the second charge is that the BJP in some cases they've made strategic decisions in connivance with the Congress. These are charges. We can both you and Giraj can answer it. That certain candidates have been fielded in certain places, so that post-election the BJP is in a position to get those people back into the BJP. Suppose they fall short. Okay. So I think these are the two charges that I made. Can you just respond to these two basic charges?
The irony is that the Congress, despite it being the primary opposition party in the state, fighting very strongly against BJP at all fronts, may it be the legislature, may it be outside, may it be on the ground or the media, everywhere, the charges are always on the Congress party. That these are the charges, that you are in connivance with the BJP. I think it will be an irony. It will be very foolish thing. That even if I have to answer this question, because the entire country.
Not the party. Elements within the party.
The elements within the party cannot be bigger than the party. We have seen in the past that there was some MLAs.
But that happened. No?
Let me continue. That is, I am coming to that.
Yeah.
We have seen in the past that there have been MLAs who are greedy enough to jump the ship. They have gone to the BJP. They have betrayed not only the Congress party, they have betrayed the people of Goa. But the commitment that the Congress party made to the Goans, that not a single defector who has betrayed the people's mandate will be accepted back. Congress has firmly and strongly stood to that commitment.
Agreed.
We have not accepted a single, even despite of getting continuous requests from them to join back to the Congress party.
The part A is all right. But
this
the
is-
part B is what they will do after this election.
Part B, what they will do after this election is that we have taken ample care. Firstly, while selecting the candidates. Secondly, we have a moral obligation put to them. We have visited the prime religious places because ultimately we have to bow down or surrender to the supreme power, because I don't think so there is anything greater than the God itself. So we have taken that care. We are taking constitutional measures also. We are taking legal measures also, which within next 1 or 2 days will be pretty clear to you, and will send a strong signal of confidence and commitment to the people of
But
Goa.
more important is moral and ethical measures, because legal measures are
No, definitely there are legal measures. We have already explored the same. To our benefit, we have a very tall legal figure with us. There's Shri P. Chidambaram ji, who is directly overseeing the election monitoring in Goa.
Okay.
So that's a plus
Okay,
point.
we'll come back. Giraj, as far as the BJP is concerned, the BJP appears to be, or BJP's, a lot of people are saying that BJP's best chance is a divided opposition. Do you agree?
See, I think BJP's best chance today
Hmm.
is the first thing that it has done is the first time in the history
Hmm.
they have fielded 40 candidates. I mean, in all constituencies,
Hmm.
and I think that is our best chance.
Hmm.
Secondly, when we go to the people, like I've always said, today why are we talking about the opposition unity? Is because somewhere people also realize that there is not a single party in Goa which can take on the BJP on its own. And that is the reason, if you see the larger debates in the media today
Hmm.
are actually talking about not the party which can take on the BJP, but possibly the lack of unity amongst the opposition. And I still feel that, what we have done is unlike most other parties, we have gone to the people with a report card of 10 years and the unprecedented development that has happened. See, Goa is a state which has seen 11 chief ministers in 10 years. There was a time like that whereas in BJP, in last 10 years, we have been able to provide the stability that Goa needed and also the development.
But Giriraj, don't you agree that your 2017 mandate was a stolen mandate? It was not a mandate for the BJP at all.
See, again,
Because when you're saying on the issue of development, the BJP did not win in 2017 at all. It stole a mandate.
then tell me one thing, who won a mandate in 2017?
Who?
Who won a mandate? Nobody. See, even no,
See,
no,
the Congress got the largest seats.
see again. See, what does the when you talk about the constitution, what does the constitution say? Did any pre-election, pre-poll alliance, did any pre-poll alliance win a mandate? It
No.
did not.
Well,
no. See.
if
So
you
this,
look at- if
this
you look
whole
at-
word stolen. No,
Oh,
so
no.
then see.
I'll just quickly respond to one
I'll
point.
just tell you one thing.
Ah.
You know what a stolen mandate looks like?
Hmm.
What has happened in Maharashtra,
Hmm.
where a pre-poll alliance won a mandate
Hmm.
and Congress along with other partners stole it. That is what a stolen mandate looks like.
But Goa Forward won its seats and won its votes on an anti-BJP platform. For Goa Forward to ultimately join the BJP, isn't that a stolen
But
mandate?
if you see, Goa Forward also
Hmm.
partly, got encouraged with the how way Congress has treated them.
Hmm.
And today, look at where Goa Forward is. Today, in order to save one Fatada seat, the way Congress has treated Goa Forward, he actually Goa
No,
Forward.
I will ask Sunil this, but I'll just quickly respond to one question of yours. See, the point here is, the fundamental point that I'm making is that I'm countering what you're saying is that the BJP won a lot of votes and won elections completely based on the issue of development. My thing is, or the general belief is, that what happened in 2017 when BJP got 13 seats and then it again finally managed to form a government, and then it got the 10 Congress MLAs when there was no real need to get those 10 MLAs into the party, and people within the BJP, intellectuals, other people, writers, you yourself, you all have criticized it. So the point that I'm trying to make here is that even now there is a fair bit of anti-incumbency that every ruling party faces. Let's accept it, okay? But don't you admit that if there was one strong opposition, or if all the parties got together and fought as one unit, the BJP would have been in trouble?
See, I think, since you again spoke about the 2017, I still insist that it's not a stolen mandate. And I just like to remind people that we got 32%, while the Congress got 28% of vote share. So it was nobody's mandate, and we got to the 21 seats. As far as the single opposition is concerned, I think yes, it would have definitely been a much bigger uphill task. But having said that, you look at what we have ended up with. You would have ended up with possibly a fractured mandate, because everybody wants to contest maximum seats, and today BJP was the only party which was ready to contest on its own. So we are going ahead without an alliance.
Sunilji, two quick things. One is, of course, you could respond to what Giriraj just now said. But the point again remains is that in 2017 you all fell short.
Yeah.
Okay. What is also interesting is if you analyze all the seat compositions. Okay. There are many seats where AAP did not win last time, but the AAP got enough votes to deny the Congress victory. Okay. That may not have been AAP's intention. AAP fought. But I'm saying the fact remains that the way it worked out. If you look at Murbagaon, for instance, I'll give you just one example of just one seat. Mormugao is a prime example of how AAP's votes got Sankalp to lose, right? It happened that way. So I'm saying that, do you agree that, you know, because of this, it is very difficult to defeat the BJP because different parties have different aspirations, and all are and they don't want to be together.
I will start replying to my dear friend Giri and his claim of a stolen mandate. I will like to make it little easier for Giriraj by explaining what is stolen mandate in just one word. Panjim constituency. What is happening in Panjim constituency with the son of their tallest leader and the overall political situation is
But that's an
is
internal
stolen.
party issue.
That
Why
is-
is it stolen?
No, that is a stolen mandate. What happens when there is a stolen mandate? That is the answer to his stolen mandate part. Now coming to the
I'm
entire.
trying to know how
Yeah.
it's a
So
stolen
I
mandate.
am not trying to interrupt you.
No, he'll respond.
Let me
Yeah.
finish my.
No, what he probably means is that Babush Monserrat was not a BJP candidate. He gets into the
And he
party.
has
as a-
clearly said about constitution, and we all now by now I guess not only the Goans, the entire country knows that they don't believe in the constitution. They have their own constitution. They interpret it in the manner what they wish correct, and they deliver in the manner that their followers feel correct. So there is no point in discussing Indian constitution with them. Even the
Well,
tricolor
yeah,
was
just
not being
finish
followed by
two and then you can respond.
their highest agency. The RSS was never even believed in tricolor, Indian tricolor, and that's the history. The history, and that's the fact. Let him deny it if I'm wrong.
Anyway, let's come back to Goa and the
Coming back to the Goa and the united opposition part, I believe that every time the Congress party is put in the witness box or in the accused box, to be precise, and is made to look like a accused who is not allowing a united opposition. For the united opposition to be, even you agreed to the fact, boss, that when Mamta ji came first time, she was pretty loud and clear that she is fighting for 40 seats. She is not uniting with everyone. Aam Aadmi Party has their own agenda and funda. I don't want to touch that part.
No,
But
that's
as far
fine.
I will come to them. But I am starting with TMC. As far as TMC is concerned, if their primary concern was defeating BJP, they have started on the wrong note by taking all the Congress leaders. Even my ex-colleague Pratibha Borkar has come from Congress today. So that's the fact. You divide and you damage our Congress party, and you claim to fight the BJP. Explain some little logic in that. No, there has to be some logic.
But
There
then I'd
visibly
like to-
every day,
I'd like to ask
TMC
you-
and AAP are cutting through Congress party, targeting Congress party, hitting hard on Congress party.
Why is Congress
but
getting
we are
hurt?
not. We are not getting hurt. It's a different issue. They are trying to hit us. We are not getting hurt. We are very firm.
Then you should
We are
have
very
a-
firm. That's why we are not aligned with them. There is no question of any alliance with them. And
Okay.
especially this party,
Okay.
both TMC and AAP, in their both respective states, be it in West Bengal or be it in New Delhi, they are promising schemes, doles and freebies to the people of the state, what they cannot deliver in their own states.
Okay, I'll just come back to that later. Now, just quick response to what Sunil said. Patibaji, I'll get you to respond.
If I am wrong, please
One more
pinpoint,
question.
tell me that what I have spoken is wrong. I'll apologize.
Patibaji, one more question. See, the point here is that as far as the TMC is concerned, one is of course it came and took people from different parties. But I have a larger question. Looking at the tone of both the Congress and the TMC, it almost seems that the election is between the Congress and the TMC. Why does it seem that there are these two parties who are actually bitter enemies fighting for one common space?
No, we are not.
Why is that feeling coming to
We
be?
are not fighting with them.
Hmm.
Let me clear. We are not fighting with them. On 24th of December, our national vice president, Mr. Verma, had gone to Mr. Chidambaram at Delhi, at his place, and officially he has given a letter to him regarding alliance. सो हाज्या पेक्षा चड आनी कितें करपा जाय की आमी ऑफिशियली तांचे कडेन तांचें म्हणणें बरोबर आसा की पयलीं तुमी आयला आनी सांगलें की 40 सिटाचेर आमी वेंचणूक लडटली म्हणून सो सांगू शकता न्ही सगळ्या पार्टी ज्यो भायरच्यान आयल्या जावं गोंयची आसा तांकां इलेक्शन लडपा जाय सो ती सांगू शकता की आमी 40 कॉन्स्टिट्युएन्सी लडटा म्हणून पूण मागीर डिसेंबराक 24th ऑफ डिसेंबराक आमी तांच्या कडेन गेली ऑफिशियली गेली आनी तांकां सांगलें की आमी या बीजेपी घरा धाडपा आमी अलायन्स करात म्हणून सो तांणी अजून पासून आमकां जापो दिवंक ना सो वी आर दॅट मच हंबल.
Pratibha ji, okay.
Ji.
Now the thing is, I had asked the same question to Shri Gundurao. who's the AICC desk in charge in this very room. He said something very interesting, and I'd like you to respond to it.
Yeah.
What he said is that you can't have a situation where you take your right hand out and you're shaking my right hand
Yeah,
with your
and
right
then
hand, and you're using your left hand to put a knife through my back.
So how-
This is what is happening here. This is the feeling that the Congress is getting.
या सो म्हाका बी आश्चर्य दिसता की तशेंच आमकां कित्याक दिसता हाऊ ही इज फिलींग लायक दॅट
Hmm.
गोवा फॉरवर्ड
Hmm.
गोवा फॉरवर्डान तांच्या फाटीन सुरू घातलो तांच्या बरोबर तांणी अलायन्स केलें बरोबर सो तांची कितें उलोवणी जाली आसतली न्ही तांच्या बरोबर गोवा फॉरवर्ड अँड आय एम नॉट सेइंग दॅट इज बॅड पुणून तांची उलोवणी जाली तांच्या बरोबर तांणी एक्सेप्ट केले आनी थंय तांणी युती केली सर त्याच विशयान आमी पसून तांच्या कडेन गेली सो एका हातीन आमी हँडशेक करता दुसऱ्या हातीन आमी सुरो घेतलो अशें म्हणपाकूच जायना हे रॉंग आसा
Okay. Siddhesh, so how does AAP, is it kind of on the outside looking into all this? Because see, there were allegations against the AAP also that the AAP is not, AAP is not doing enough to make its anti-BJP stand clear. Again, this is not my view. I'm just saying this was the narrative put out at different points of time. Number one. Number two, do you also agree, and this is something I mentioned, do you also agree that in many seats, and even in this election, I'm not even talking of the past election, even in here, let's look at say Kurchore. Of course, unfortunately, your candidate is not well now. So we're looking at Kurchore, look at Kepe, look at about 2 or 3 other seats where the initial surveys are that both the AAP and Congress, if the vote split, that seat is not going to either the AAP or the Congress. Okay, I'm not saying a political party has to go into elections keeping all these things in mind, but do you realize that because of this stand, the risk of BJP gaining because of this stand is also there?
See, basically, I'll start from Giri.
Yeah.
I will start from him. So let me be also clear. The stolen mandate. I will claim it a stolen mandate. It was overnight show. Even with Goa Forward, it was an overnight show. Even with Congress, 10 MLAs going overnight show. Because people in 2017 had given a clear signal, we don't want you. So the question of development stops and it shuts. Then the power for hunger is the thing
Hunger
which
for power.
so that it starts where they start losing their legacy. So legacy is taken on task. Then you have realized one more thing. As in Panjim, if you go to see the thing which they were backing on, so-called Bhai, whenever I see BJP now, I see more of Congress MLAs into BJP, and I can't picturify like who is actually BJP and who is Congress. So
Why do you say that?
10 almost from here to there, and their wives are also there. So everyone is like a family, joint family venture. I can see over there. Basically, then I'm coming to TMC. When Mamata came for the first time in a Khela Hobe Shil, Khel Zawya, Khel Zatlo, in that statement she made, I am playing in all 40. So playing for whom?
Playing for TMC.
Playing for whom? Either it is a side game for someone else, because when she came down, she didn't go to target any of the BJP MLAs. She went to target the Congress MLA.
So
First,
okay.
listen.
Are you
So
saying
let
that
me speak first.
Yeah.
So basically,
No, just to get you right, are you saying that the TMC came here to bat for BJP internally? Is that what you're saying?
indirectly it is the same thing, because see, Alina, who joined us, is from BJP. Okay, Madhav Naik, who joined us, is from BJP. So when BJP people know that BJP can't take on other parties, the only party alternative is up to
Okay,
give.
Dr. quick reaction to what's this?
And basically, I'll put one more thing. The Sonia Gandhi strong aide, who was seen as a tall leader in Goa, the TMC comes and catch holds of the same person and takes him. So is it their fight, TMC's fight with BJP or Congress? Are they playing the internal games between tournament is between them to show who is getting highest vote percentage?
Okay, a quick response to him.
Yeah. So when TMC comes in Goa, हांगा आमकां भाजपाक हारोवपाक जाय आनी आमी हारयतली हो उद्देश घेवनच आयली. कित्याच्या बळाचेर बंगालान जी वेंचणूक जाली, विधानसभा वेंचणूक जाली, थंय आमी तें करून दाखयलां. टीएमसी पार्टीन करून दाखयला. सो हातून दुबावच ना की आमी बीजेपी बरोबर हात मिळवणी करतली, तांच्या बरोबर रावतली. हांचो जो पॉयंट आशिल्लो पळय की ताणें बीजेपीचेर अटॅक करूंक ना म्हणून, अरे वेचणूक आसा मुखार, आमी तांचेरच अटॅक करीत आसा, लगातार तांचेर आत्तां पसून आमी तांचेरच अटॅक करीत आसा. सो हांव म्हजो भाव कसो म्हणूंक शकता अशें की तुमी बीजेपी बरोबर हात मिळवणी केली जावं तांच्या बरोबर तुमी आसा म्हणून. तशें न्हय तें, आमकां भाजपाकूच आरोवपा जाय. स्पश्ट सांगता हांव आत्तां
No,
पसून
because I'll put it in a way.
No, he's
Why?
saying that
Jenna
TMC did
Jenna-
not
Jenna
target
Jenna-
any BJP person.
Because when people are coming to join you all to fight against BJP, like Reginaldo Lawrence, like Lavu Mamledar, when they come to your parties to fight, no, when they're coming to fight BJP and then they are going back, and then they are going back, they are saying that it is not a party to fight the BJP. So in short, we are outside, we are an independent party, we are ready to fight, but the members who had joined your party, who has entered your house, who had a dinner with you all, comes out and says they are not capable to fight the BJP is a clear-cut platform which is showing the people of Goa. So what I'm saying is, so I am saying TMC is out of the question to take on BJP. So TMC is out of the question to take on BJP.
We have to send them back to their home.
The answer to the topic that opposition unity is it a myth or a reality?
No,
This
it's
debate
reality.
is giving
From
us
my
the
side,
answer.
from my party side. From my party side, it is not myth, it is reality. It is reality. And I'm requesting all the parties to come together.
Viraj cannot say rest in case because their party is going to rest
After 22.
for this election.
See sir, from my side, from my party side, I'm requesting all the parties to come together and fight against BJP.
But your Mamta was saying 40 seats. खेळ जाऊ दे.
No, but to be
But
fair
we-
to her, right in the beginning she was honest enough to say that look, we have reassessed
So,
the situation.
sir, I want to ask you a
and
same
we-
question.
and
Same
we-
question. Three months before, when they had come to Goa,
I guess-
they were with a full fledged.
Let me-
Listen, when they had come to Goa, they came with a full fledged. We are going with 40. What is the reason they are going down and coming saying Korea? So it is like when you are not ready for. See, we are here for 7 years now. For 6 years, we are fighting on the ground. For 2 months, you are coming.
But there could be
So
two-
they
there
are
could be 2
understand.
ways of-
They are understanding their grounds of holding the grounds is not capable enough to fight the BJP.
But there are two ways of looking at it. One can say that TMC is being pragmatic about it. They are understanding the
So what is the
situation now.
problem?
So,
Yeah.
so, so,
We understood the
sir,
situation.
listen.
Hmm.
When we are saying we are ready to fight, they should compromise, not we.
What?
Compromise how?
How
See,
and what?
tell me one thing. We were taking on BJP, right? In Goa, in Delhi, Congress were already there.
So what
Why the
happened?
spoil soup coming inside and like say
No, but what happens is, okay, suppose TMC is
when
not in the
only in
picture
2
now.
months time they realize that only we can
Suppose-
come and fight the elections.
Okay, keep TMC out of the equation.
Yeah.
Okay, last election also, when we talk of opposition unity, let's look at it across
Yeah.
elections. There was no sign of TMC in the last
Yeah.
election. There was AAP and there was Congress.
Yeah.
My issue is even Congress and the AAP, they cut enough votes to see that the Congress ended up at 17 and not at 21. It's not neither AAP's fault nor Congress's fault. I'm saying that is the ground reality.
See, ideology wise, the common goal might be defeating BJP. Common goal might be defeating in 2017. Now I don't want to comment on that in 22. But in 2017 the goal was to defeat BJP. But our ideology and their ideology, major ideologies means otherwise might have not matched. So it was a fair enough to go for a battle with.
Neeraj, before I take a break, one final question in this half of the debate. See, the thing is, are you just lucky that the situation is like this, has become tailor-made for you all, that parties are not together? But or is there some kind of a larger plan where you actually worked at creating this kind of situation?
See, I think since my friend Siddesh spoke about 2017, I agree with him on one count. I think 2017 gave a very clear mandate to only one party, and that was to AAP, where they lost 38, depositing 38 out of 39 seats. So it was a clear indication, please go back, your political tourism should stop here. So, since they keep talking about mandate, they should first remember what was the mandate they got.
But they continued after
And
that.
as
See,
far as-
tourists,
as far as-
I want to clear Giri. Tourists come for a time and then they go. We are here for past 6 years, we are fighting and we will continue fighting no matter what. We are here to make BJP as tourist in Goa. You never know how. Listen to me. Listen to me.
I did not interrupt you. You said we see so many Congress cases in your party. Today, what is up? Their last CM candidate is in the Congress. Today's CM candidate takes pride that he was an ex-BJP guy. Today, the biggest face Pratima is imported from the Congress. So what are they talking about? I mean, they have come
Can I-
here,
but-
basically gobbled up people from everywhere. See, if they were here for 7 years, what stopped them from grooming their own leaders? So all I'm saying is, when they in Goa especially, people moving from here and there is not new. Otherwise, today Congress talks about defections. What about Moreno Rebello? Immediately after Reginald got the ticket, he has got.
I believe, no, I will interrupt
So
there.
all I'm saying
See,
is-
he is completely misguiding the people. They are experts
I'm
in
not,
false propaganda.
I'm
No,
not.
we are talking
I'm
about,
not.
we are
See,
talking
I
about.
did not,
No,
I did
no,
not
let me
interrupt.
finish.
I did not.
Let him
And
complete
see,
that thing.
otherwise-
It is
every
about
time I
defeating the,
object,
it
I
is
will-
about
no,
defeating
see,
the
this
people's
is-
mandate.
no, no, no.
Moreno Rebello has not defeated the public mandate.
Sunil, one
Those
second.
people who you are interpreting have defeated the
How
public
did you
mandate.
form the government in 2005?
Moreno Rebello-
You did not.
Moreno Rebello
You
was
did not form a
Moreno
government.
Rebello was
You did not form a
was
government
Moreno
in
elected?
2005.
Was
But Moreno Rebello was one on Congress
Sunil,
base.
one
Whether
second.
Moreno was elected.
One second, okay.
No,
See,
in 2005 you did not
see,
form
I
a
respect
government.
all the panelists. My request to you is let him complete and then Sunilji, you finish. Yeah, okay. Carry on.
So all I'm saying is now even the Siddesh Bab said about ideology being to defeat BJP. See, our ideology has always been nation first and it will always remain that. And as I said, today why are we talking if BJP they are saying it's such a sinking ship? Why is it that they don't have enough vote share where they can compete and one of them
Wait
will
for
get
22
majority?
wait for the
What they
Valentine's Day.
realize- What they realize is that BJP's core vote is still intact and possibly BJP with its work in the last 10 years will possibly build onto it, and that is the reason they are feeling
Sunil,
for us.
Sunil, a quick response, then we'll end. We'll take a short break and we'll come back and we'll start with Siddesh after the break.
I believe Giriraj should check the facts between the differences between betraying the mandate by the elected representatives by joining another party without resigning and going for fresh elections. And as far as the ideologies and the facts it's talking about, I don't believe BJP is left with any ideologies or any morals or principles. It's a lost cause, lost party.
Okay, I was
So I
planning.
just want to make one quick
I was
point.
planning to take a short break, but I will not because I don't want to disturb the flow of the debate. We'll continue for about 45 minutes. Can
See, since it's talking about people's mandate, there are 3 BJP candidates who came from the Congress, went back to the public and resought the mandate. So there is somewhere that people also have accepted that in 2017 what they did was a wrong choice and they allowed. See, Subhash Shivadkar went back to the people, Vishwajit Rane went back to the people, Somte went back to the people. So I feel this whole concept saying that everybody is holier than thou, there have never been defections in the history. I think that is not the fact. Now, if people want to come and support the government and strengthen a government which is both in Delhi and in Goa, I think that is very natural and people are welcome.
Yes, but those 10 defections happened.
See, I am not denying that the defections did not happen, but what I am saying is prior to those defections, there were 3 people who defected and also got re-elected.
No, we have to say, okay, fine.
So it's a 100% rate on that.
Okay, I'll take your point of view. You were speaking to him when I cut you short. Just please carry on.
When the party with a difference is today party without ethics, morals or principles, what more can I say? And he is on record on the camera saying that he has agreed that there are defections.
But defections are facts.
So it's a defection. He has agreed
Yes,
it's a defection.
See,
It's
but
on record. I hope the court should take a note.
So what
The
is
senior
it?
officer of the BJP calling it as a defection.
See, defections are taken.
It doesn't make any difference because they have twisted the constitution as per their convenience.
No.
So it doesn't matter. Anything doesn't matter.
Congress talking
For
about
them,
constitution.
people
He said about
who have become too comfortable enjoying power and tasting
P.
the
Chidambaram is
sweet
out on
pie
bail.
of the power.
Rahul Gandhi
are
out on bail.
speaking
Sonia
in the
Gandhi
language
out
what
on
they are
bail.
saying.
Digambar Kamal out on bail. He has, see, you talk about Congress. Congress today talks about, corruption and all those aspects. MP Shah Commission, who formed it? The Congress government formed it. When did the report was given? When the Congress was in
Is there a
power.
PSC report?
Okay.
Sorry?
Is there a PSC
No,
report?
forget about the PSC report.
How can you forget about it? So let him answer. Is
So
there a
now,
PSC
I am
report?
telling you.
They have
what I am
approved Congress
saying
time and now.
is, Digambar is out on anticipatory bail.
You cannot say
He
that.
should have gone to jail and
Giriraj,
explained himself.
Giriraj,
Digambar is out on anticipatory bail. Is he not? Is he not out on bail?
He is saying that Digambar should have gone to the jail
Is
and
he not out on bail?
explained. He is
So that's why I am calling Digambar out on bail.
Your
This is not a channel that we all know, which is based out of Bombay. We can't do this. Only thing is, there the anchor shouts here, the anchor is pleading for you all to come down. so anyway, on a lighter note, no, the idea, see, the issue is that these kind of skirmishes are bound to happen in a political situation. All I'm essentially saying is, if we can just stick to the whole topic of opposition unity and why opposition, whether it is needed or not. Let us now go to the whole thing of whether it is needed or not. Because what is happening is that let us accept that neither the Congress nor the TMC is very new, nor the UP, so far they have not managed to be in a situation where they can take on the BJP absolutely independently. The UP is in the race, is trying, Congress is also trying, TMC is admitting this, yes, we are newcomers and we want to ally. I'll just ask all three of you one by one. One is that you are fighting to get a clear majority at this point.
Yes.
Okay. However, you all could not resist tying up with Goa Forward. Why was that little cushion needed?
I believe there have been lot of discussion on this particular tie-up with Goa Forward Party, and that part has been discussed, deliberated at length at the highest level of the party organization, and they have come to a conclusion that yes, we will go ahead with it. So once the decision is made at the AICC, I do not believe it will be appropriate on my part to exactly comment on that particular aspect. As far as the united opposition concept that is coming up, I will say that TMC, it's not their fault also. See, even I don't know if Pratibha knows, or many of the TMC people who got delusion and joined TMC and later on just jumped out. Even our ex-colleague Yatish Naik was left high and dry, he resigned. The people who joined initially, they should have done little homework. TMC is not new party anymore. Churchill Alemao.
Well, they came once.
It's a fact. People should know.
They came once, correct.
It's a fact. So,
Yeah,
see,
but
people knowing the fact and the history is
No,
very
they
important.
did come.
TMC
Technically,
contested
they
in
came.
2014
Yes.
Lok Sabha election and TMC disappeared. Now the problem with the TMC is that the political